You said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, Was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't.
Hey, Shalom Israel. We are the ISUPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yahawadah. And this is the ISUPK Orlando Saturday class. I am your teacher, priest, and officer of 500 Chaanak Yahawadah. Let's get it on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Yahawadah Shem Shabarak Thumb to the brothers, Yahawadah Shemar Thabah Shem Yabashah to the sisters. You know what I mean? Let's get it on, y'all. Hope everybody all right. The whole country is put in the damn freezer. Like, it's that cold front that made it all the way down here to Orlando, Florida. You know what I mean? So I pray brothers stay, warm. I hope everybody's warm. I hope everybody stays safe. You know what I'm saying, until this pass, you know what I mean? Got any questions or anything, make sure y'all get with y'all camp leaders and stuff like that if y'all need any kind of assistance or anything, like, you know what I'm saying? So let's get it on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it on. If there's any questions, type them in the chat. You know what I mean? Still kind of, nobody ain't joined in yet, but, somebody looking online. So we always, like the scripture say, prophesy to the wind. You know what I'm saying? But, man, America's is in trouble, boy. The Lord is like turning this place upside down. You hear me? Like everything that's dealing with ICE, with Trump, his, his allies, like, you know what I mean? This is when the Lord said it is high time. Like, as you see everything that's going on, on this earth, and how the world is gearing up for World War III. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans should be preparing themselves, getting closer to the Most High. Like, should be preparing themselves for the things that go on, that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Should be preparing themselves for everything that Commander General Hunter told us to do. You know what I mean? And we should do it. Because it is time for the BS to end. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, y'all, man? Glad you have about some show record.
Shalom, Yabashimi, Yabashabarakat.
What's going on?
Everything to wild.
Thanks. So, you got any questions or anything?
La.
All right. So yeah, like I was saying, like it's time out for the bullshit, like for the BS. Like it's like I always be saying, like you gotta get rooted, you gotta get down. A lot of people's faith is gonna be tested. You know what I mean? Like your faith is gonna be tested. Like you like folks say, like, they rocking with the Lord and they doing this and doing that. When things are good, it's easier to serve. It's easier to have faith. It's easier to be obedient. It's easier to stay the course and, not, flip out or get disrupted. But when things get bad, do you have that same kind of faith that you had when things was all good? When things get rough, do you still be obedient to the Most High? Are you still a diligent servant? You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to make a lot of people either grow or diminish in the truth. Because it be like the scripture said about the seed that, They get choked out by the vines. Even though it was a good seed, the words of the world, you know what I'm saying, strangle people. So they got to feel like, well, I gotta handle this first before I go do this. Or I gotta do this first before I come and, say serve the Lord and things like that. And we all done been in them positions, you know what I mean, where, you know what I'm saying, your faith is gonna be tested. But as America decline, they gonna they gonna place a lot of that blaming on us. That which means a lot of things gonna get tough, and a lot of things gonna get hard, and you got to get grounded. And you got to be strong in them times so that you won't be like, you know what I'm saying, you won't be shaken or you won't be moved when, like the words of the world come about. So it's time to like grow, and you got to make sure that you're growing because if you ain't, then you can easily be removed. And I ain't saying removed like that, but I'm saying like something can easily come your way and then make you put a halt on everything you're doing, trying to deter you from, you know what I'm saying, doing what you was meant to do. So, like this with that being said, like everybody, man, let's just stick to these records, stick to these scriptures, stick to what we've been taught by the brothers in the ISUPK because they're the ones that the world is going to look to for help. You know what I'm saying? Whether you a young man or a trooper or a young officer, the world is going to look for you. The world is going to look to you for help. And we got to be there because the Christian church ain't there. You know what I'm saying? The government damn sure ain't there. You know what I'm saying? The black leaders don't care. Who else is going to care about our people besides us? Who else is going to be a helping hand when in the time of need? So that's how that's going to go. And we got to be prepared for that fight. We got to be prepared and we got to be ready. Know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? That's that. I guess since nobody ain't got no questions or nothing, we could jump straight into the topics. Which one we gonna do first? Let's see. It says, when did the God of Israel become the God of everybody? And I like to know that answer. Because throughout the Bible, God only speaks to his prophets to speak to the children of Israel. Only time he's addressing another nation is when the Lord is coming up against that nation. And he never speaks to another nation. Let me correct myself. He tell his prophets to go speak to him. Just like Moses when he spoke to Pharaoh and Jeremiah was speaking to, Nehemiah was speaking to Babylon, the king of Babylon, or Moab. Jeremiah was speaking of the king of, Daniel was talking to Nebuchadnezzar and speaking to them. The Lord never became the God of everybody. That's Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Christianity was trying to rule the people. And so they turned our history book into a religion. They turned the records of the Israelites into a religion for everybody so they can control the masses. But the Lord is not the God of everybody. I don't know how many times, I should have Googled it, but I wanted to know how many times does the Bible say God says, speak to the children of Israel? If anybody can Google that, put it in the chat. Just put in there, how many times does the Bible say God says, speak to the children of Israel? If anybody can do that for me, Baba Kashar, I really appreciate that. Because that goes to the point to this. And it ties in, that ties in right with the other the other topic. Like Christianity is a weapon of mass destruction for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because Christianity says one thing and the Bible says another thing. You know what I mean? Christianity made the God of Israel the God of everybody when he's clearly not. He don't even care about those folks. But that comes from our people just being docile, like not knowing and not understanding and not being taught the proper ways. You know what I'm saying? So when when that happens, this is what you get nowadays. You get a destroyed people. You get a people with lack of knowledge of self. You know what I mean? And the people that are lack of knowledge for self will fall for anything, and anybody can rule over them. But when you know who you are, and you know where you come from, and you know what you stand for, and what your nationality, it's hard to rule over that people. That's why in slavery they had to beat that out of us. You know what I mean? They killed us so much, and they tortured us so much to we forgot who we were. It was dangerous to hold to hold on to that knowledge because you would want to perform the acts of your nationality. You know what I mean? So that's what caused a lot of things to happen to the nation of Israel in this land and in other countries. Right, every nation done had us in slavery. That's why all nations got to pay for what they did to us. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, glad you there.
Salakia.
Can you read?
Khan.
Uh, can you get me Hosea 4 and 6?
Khan out of one.
Appreciate it. Because this is like we've been taught that we've been to know people for forever, damn near 400-500 years in this place. And that's why we come up against each other when you see another black man trying to enlighten you on who you are. We are so destroyed mentally that it seems like a fairy tale. It seems like none of this can be true, or it seems like a hustle. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these pastors done hustled with our people's faith. You know what I mean? They done use their lack of faith. I mean, use their lack of knowing to their gain. And so now it done destroyed a lot of people's faith to where they don't want to believe in nothing no more. They don't even care to. And we definitely gotta rearrange that. We definitely gotta what I'm saying, make our people understand we have the truth. Like what you're looking for to break them chains, we have it. You know what I mean? So if you got that, you can go ahead.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. How are we destroyed for lack of knowledge? Because we don't know who we are. We calling ourselves two continents. We calling ourselves a rich port. We calling ourselves Haiti, which is a hellish state. You know what I'm saying? We calling ourselves Jamaican and Guatemalan and Mexican and all of this. We destroyed for lack of knowledge. Keep going.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
We rejected the prophets and the people that the Lord sent to us to tell us to get right and to straighten up and to do what the Lord says do and to turn away from our wicked ways and to turn away from serving these idol gods and these false prophets and turn away from choosing the ways of our oppressors. We denied the knowledge. We rejected the knowledge. Keep reading.
I will also reject thee.
The Lord said he will reject us too. That's where you get the slavery. That's where you get the bad conditions in the neighborhoods. That's where you get the living condition in America, period. It's just not up to par. That's us without the Most High on our side. Serving other gods, not knowing our identity, being betrayed, being led the wrong way. That's all a part of not knowing who you are. Keep going.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
The Lord said we won't be preached to him no more because we didn't do what he told us to do. Even the priests, even the sons of Aaron who ran the priesthood started sinning against the Most High. How could them being the judges of Israel judge anybody when they're doing the same thing? So the Lord said, we weren't even going to be priests no more. Keep going.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Seeing that we forgot the law, because why we forgot the law? You know why we forgot the law, young man Clyde?
La
Take a stab at it.
um, I really I can't answer that right off top.
Okay, let me try to help you out with it. What does Christianity teach us? What does the church teach us? Teach our people
A false doctrine.
a false doctrine. And in that false doctrine, what is some of the things that they teach?
The numerous things really.
Give me one good one.
That the
Does
Most
it
High
say,
was white.
right, that Christ was white? Well, the Most High was white, or Christ was white. It says, because thou hast forgotten the law. What does Christianity teach?
That you don't have to go by the law.
Right? That the law is done away with. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So we forgot the law because we've been taught that the law is done away with by Christianity, by Christian pastors. They teach us that the law is done away with. So now the people that disobeyed the Lord back then, generations ago, we're their children. We're the ones that the Lord has forgotten. Our ancestors during slavery time was the children that the Lord forgot during our punishment because of us not serving the Most High. That's what all that means. Like, we was taught to forget our culture. We was taught to forget the Passover. So we forgot the law, which is turning our back on the Lord, and the Lord turned his back on us. We turned our back first, and then like he did it first. We did. Know what I mean?
So,
Let's see. 103, did I not write it down? Um, let me get. Is that let me get Isaiah 1 chapter 3. I mean chapter 1 verse 3. get rid of this too. Because that's the thing that's is most critical. Knowing that, you know what I'm saying, we was taught to leave our heritage and leave our culture and leave our us, you know what I'm saying, the thing that's held us together. And what held us together was the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what kept us connected with the Most High. You know what I mean? So by our oppressors making us forget about the law, because that's who one taught us that first, and then they used our own people to teach us that the Lord, we forgot knowledge. We forgot our culture. We forgot everything. So if you got Isaiah 1 and 3, you can read it.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
The ox
The,
knoweth his owner. That's a laboring animal. And throughout his labors, he knows his owner. He know his owner. He know where he get his food from. He know where he get his water from. He know where he get his orders to go this way, that way. He knows these things. This is the animal. Keep going.
and the ass his master.
The ass is master. And the ass is just another, name for a donkey. And you usually associate somebody being a donkey as somebody being dumb or not smart. But the Bible say even a donkey know his master's crib. Like if he was able to run away for a while, he know how to get back to his master's crib. You know what I'm saying? Two of the animals that are not very smart, they know who over them. They know who take care of them. They know who look out for them. Keep going.
But Israel do not
But
know, my people does not consider.
but who does not know?
Israel.
Israel. So that's letting you know that even two dumb animals know more than the whole nation of Israel know at this time. They said, my people don't even consider that they're the chosen people of the Lord. But all this that's going on in the world, we don't even ponder in our mind like, damn, man, what if we was come from a nation of kings and priests and great people? And when you think like that, when you get somebody that think like that, they usually talk about Egypt. Tyler, they want to associate with black people. The only thing that black people could be great with is being in Egypt. And in all actuality, we were slaves in Egypt. We built up the pyramids and the treasure cities of Pharaoh. But they try to associate black greatness with Africa. And we are not African. We're the Lord's chosen people. But the Bible says we don't even consider that. We don't even consider that the Lord only chose to deal with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Like the thought don't even run through our mind. Our ox know his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people. The Lord said these are his people. He never said the whole world. He never said the world doesn't acknowledge me. He chose the people. Do it not consider. Let me get Deuteronomy 76 real quick to let you know that it was the Lord's choice. It wasn't our choice.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
This letting you know that the Lord said that you are separate people. The Lord separated you from every other nation on this planet. And he said, you are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. That means you're separate unto him. He done this, not us. The Lord said, I'm going to choose these people to be my people, and I'm going to be their God. Not the God of everybody, not the God of the whole world. Keep going.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
The Lord have did what?
Chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
The Lord chose blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We didn't choose God. God chose us. When did he choose the whole world? When did that change? The Lord said he chose us to be a special people unto himself. Like when you choose something like, well, yeah, this is just for me. I mean, nobody else can touch it. Nobody else can have it. I'm going to choose this for me, or I want that for myself. That means you're not sharing with nobody. So why must blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans share our power with the whole world when the world don't care about us, when the world hate our guts because the Lord did choose us?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
So let me ask you this. Why does it
Mm-hmm.
say in scripture that God so loved the world he gave his only begotten son?
Ooh-wee. Let me get Isaiah. Get there first to make sure it's the right one. That's an excellent question. And I'm glad you asked it. You got me jumping ahead of time, but it's all good. Let me see. It's not that one. It's, bear with me 1 second. My bad. Give me Isaiah 45 and 17. And this is what Christianities never read. They read John 16. You know what I'm saying? It says, so for God so loved the world that they talking about the world, meaning they talking about everybody. So that's when they say that's when the Lord became the God of the whole world. Let me ask you something. Are there many worlds?
Salakia, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't but one world,
You sure?
to the best of my knowledge.
They got Disney World.
That's fantasy.
And so Disney World ain't a real place?
It's still fantasy for kids and people who want to take their children to some make believe situation.
But is it a actual place?
It's a place on Earth in the world, but it's not a
Right.
world. It's not a planet like Saturn or Mars or Venus or you know what I'm saying.
Right. See, and that's the thing. Because that word world and that just mean a nation of people. So you got Disney World, you got Sea World, you got the Animal Kingdom, you got the wide world of sports. You know what I mean? But it's not actually talking about a planet, like you say. It's talking about a specific thing. And in this content and this thing, it's not talking about the whole world, planet Earth.
Well, that's
This
why I
was,
asked. That's why I asked.
and we gonna get it, but we just trying to, that's a good question that you asked too, because this choke a lot of people up. This is what keep people being in Christianity in these Christian churches. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have the knowledge of it. So it's a damn good question you asked. So it's saying God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. But let's find out what world he's talking about. Isaiah 45 and 17.
45. Give me 1 minute.
Because this is the only thing that what people don't understand. Christ quoted a lot of the prophets. In his time, he quoted a lot of things from the Old Testament. But your pastor would not dare go into the Old Testament because he would cut himself to piss. Like the new Christianity doesn't deal with the New Testament or the Old Testament. It deals with a theological teaching that they go to theological school for. It is just a school for me. It's only a school to teach you how to manipulate somebody's faith and manipulate these records into their own gain, to their own benefit for money. If you ask me, but who asked me? So when you get Isaiah 45 and 17, go ahead on.
Okay, Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
It says, who shall be saved?
Israel.
No, the whole world. Remember, it says the whole world going to be saved when Christ come back. Read it.
Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded.
You're not going to be ashamed or confounded, meaning like you're not going to be in disbelief. You're not going to not know. You're going to know. Christ always said that he came to save the children of Israel. When did he come to save the whole world? Did the whole world need to be saved at that time? Because only Israel was being persecuted by the Romans. But Israel shall be saved. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. It lets you know right there, salvation ain't for everybody either. It's only for Israel. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. Go ahead.
Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Who without end?
World without end.
World without end. So the world, the generations of Israel should be without end, should be saved, and salvation should be had without end. There's no ending to it. So that world in John 3:16 that Christ quoted, he was quoting Isaiah 45 and 17 when he said world without end. See what I'm saying?
Con.
So when you hear somebody say that, they don't even know that Christ is quoting Isaiah. They don't even know where that comes from. Let, give me 1 John 2:15.
1 John, what you say?
1 John chapter 2, verse 15.
1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
What it says, love not. Why is they saying that when they just said God so loved the world? Now they're telling you love not the world. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in it or in the world. Keep going.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Oh, so what that mean?
Basically, I guess if you loving the lustful stuff and the other stuff that's going on in the world is what it sounds like he's talking about to me.
Mm,
Not the world that he created. He talking about the things that are in the world.
right. Keep
Right.
reading. Go to verse 16.
For all that is in the world, the lust in the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Keep going.
And the world passeth away and the lust thereof, but that doeth the will of God abideth forever.
Right. So the things you were saying is correct. And it's telling you what's in the world. But this is not the same thing that the world in John 3:16. This is talking about the physical, the actual world. In John 3:16 and Isaiah 45:17, it's talking about a generation of people. You see
But
the
it
difference?
sound Salaki, it sound like the same thing with this because he talking about it's only people in the world that's uh living in this way.
Yes, but when it's saying this, it's talking about read verse 16 again.
For all that is in the world,
For all that is in the world, we're gonna take it step by step. For all that
right?
is in the world,
The
go ahead.
lust of the flesh,
The
and the
lust
lust
of the
of the
flesh,
eyes,
the lust of the eyes,
and the pride of life
and the pride of life. So
is
these are talking about what? These are characteristics of what?
people that's living in the world.
People,
Right,
not the world itself.
right.
People. People created these things in this world. The world ain't created it itself. Like the world, God didn't make the world with lust and all this other stuff in it when he made it. People created it in their own mind. And guess what Satan did? Guess what the oppressor did? He amplified your own lust. So now that's where you see it all over the world. You see it everywhere you go. You see underwear commercials of women. You see smoking and being an alcoholic. You see whatever you lust for in your own mind, this kingdom has provided it for you. You get what I'm saying?
So,
So now the world is just lustful and prideful and you know what I'm saying? All of these things because men created that. Like you said, people that's living in the world created these things. So even though it says the world, it's not talking about planet Earth. It's still talking about a people. But the people created these things, not the world, if you understand what I'm saying.
Gone.
You get what I'm saying?
Gone.
Right. So yeah, that's what that means because like um back in Isaiah, get it real quick. Back in Isaiah 45 and what it is, 45 and 18, it says, "For thus says the Lord that created the heavens, God Himself that formed the earth and made it. He have established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is none else." Then you know the Lord created the world and everything in it. The Lord didn't create the lust and the pride and the lust of the flesh and the pride of the eyes and all that other stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Gone.
So they trying to use 316 to make God the God of everybody. Trying to say this is when the Lord says He love everybody, He's for everybody. That ain't the truth because we read it in Isaiah 45 and 17. Give me Amos 3 and 2. This all goes back to them using our records against us, them trying to keep us in a state of mind to where we feel like we need to be a part of the world. We need to be a part of other nations and other nationalities and other things. Them trying to take what belongs to us and give it to the other nations. Like Christ said, it ain't meat to give the children's food unto the dog. And that's what they did. They took crafty counsel against us to use our own records against us. Because we rejected knowledge. We rejected the prophets. We rejected the people that the Lord sent to us that told us to get right before destruction happened. To follow the laws, statutes, and commandments that separated us from every other nation. So you got Amos 3 and 2.
Gone.
Read verse 3 and 1.
Hear this, hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Oh, children of who?
Israel.
Children of the world?
Israel.
The Lord is addressing Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's always only addressed us when we was doing right or doing wrong or needed us to change something. He always made sure he came to us. He didn't come to the world. He didn't come to everybody. He didn't go to other nations. He sent prophets unto his own people to tell them they better get right. When did the God of Israel become the God of everybody? Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, not children of the world, not children of other nations, children of Israel. Go ahead.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Did the Lord God bring every nation out of the land of Egypt? That's the question. I'm asking you that, Clark. Yeah,
Oh
man, Clark.
no,
No.
La,
Who did he bring up out of the land of Egypt?
Israel.
Israel. So he sent to them same people, and this is in Amos. So he's talking about the descendants of those people, which are still Israelites. The same ones that I brought out of the land of Egypt, that's who I'm talking to. Go ahead, read verse 2.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Wait. Read that again.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
The Lord said, you only, children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the children and the people of the ones of the chosen ones that I brought out of Egypt, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. I don't know Moab, Chinese people. I don't know Ammon, Japanese people. I don't know Esau, white people. I don't know Ishmael, them Afghanis and the Middle Eastern people. I don't know Ham, them Africans. You know what I'm saying? I don't know none of them people. I only know you, the ones that I brought out of the land of Egypt. Out of all the families on the earth, I only know you. Yeah, them other people call on me and they say this and that. They say they this and that, but I don't know them people. Keep going.
Verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
That's why we're okay. So this is this. This is the question. If God is the God of everybody, how come everybody ain't being punished like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? How come everybody didn't get the curses of Deuteronomy 28:16 through 68? Because it said it's going to go happen to the children of Israel. The God of Israel said it was going to happen for them for not obeying the law. Who did God give the law to? Did he give it to everybody? One second. It's cold out there too? Yeah, that shit must have dropped. It wasn't that cold when I got here.
Yeah, man, let me rock out with you, man. What you got going?
Please, sir, please. Hey, Shalom, you have about some Sharagatha, Officer Kamar? We got Officer 5K Thigh Weezy in the building, y'all. He done blessed us with his presence. Done, man. Y'all good to go?
All right, correct. Shalom, y'all. But Shabbat Thumb.
So like I said, I was doing the first topic. When did the God of Israel become the God of everybody? And then we just bring it out like how the Lord always made a distinction of him and other nations. Like he didn't ever address other nations unless he sent his prophets to warn them of destruction or whatever. But he always sent the prophets to warn his people the things that they were doing against him. You know what I mean? And young man Clyde had a good question. He was like, but why does John 3:16 say, so God's the love of the world? So we just went through and broke that down from Isaiah 45:17 and let him know the distinction between the world and what he was talking about. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then we went to 1 John when it says, the things of the world ain't of the Father. You know what I mean? And so now we at Amos 3 saying how the Lord only, like he said, I only know you. So that's where we at. So like, So if you could, young man Clyde, could you read Amos 3:1 again, all the way down to verse 2?
Amos 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known all the families of the earth.
Right. So it's telling you that he's talking to a specific people always. And I was trying to get Kamar, if you could, Baba Kashak, could you Google how many times, if it even comes up, that the Lord said, hear this word, children of Israel? How many times the Lord said that? I don't know if Google might have an answer for that, but I was just trying to see if they possibly might have. How many times does it say that in the Bible when the Lord said, speak to the children of Israel? It might come out better that way if you can Google it and see how many times does the Bible say God said, speak to the children of Israel. Because,
looking it up.
right. Because this is the thing. Christianity changed this. They changed the God of Israel to the God of everybody with white supremacy. Christianity is white supremacy. So in John 3:16, they took that and ran with it. The pastors will not dare go read Isaiah 45 and 17, not knowing that Christ is only quoting Isaiah, reiterating what Isaiah said. And in Amos 3:2, it said, you only have I known out of all the families of the earth. And like I was saying, if God is the God of everybody, how come of all nations and everybody of the world, how come the world didn't suffer in the punishments that we suffered in, from Deuteronomy 28:16 through 68? Hey, how about you, Shepard? What's going on? True with Rock.
Shalom, y'all, Bashim, yo, Shabakathon. To all.
You got that for me? Does it come up?
Salakia, sir. When I looked it up, it says it's not explicitly tallied, they say in search results, but it says the phrase appears dozens of times throughout the Bible.
Look how they try to shortchange. That's how you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Right, there you go. I know it's 100, because I think I looked it up one time before. I can't think of the right. It said it was hundreds of times. You can look up just the word Israel itself. Hey, also, come on, just look up the word Israel and see how many times does the word Israel is found in the Bible.
They definitely trying to short play it.
Yeah, because they already know. Like this goes to all part of they taking crafty counsel, all the way down to the things you search. Like, you know what I'm saying, concerning your heritage, concerning your nationality and things like that. They trying to limit the knowledge that you have of self. You know what I mean? So, young man Clyde, did you finish up on that? We done with that one, right?
Con.
Right. Okay. So that's letting you know God only knows us. Trooper Tazawat, could you get me 2 Ezra 6 and 54?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
With Israel, it says it's mentioned between 2,500 times to 2,600 times.
Look at that.
All those times. You be telling me it's about all nations, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was trying to say, out of 2,000, it said 2,000, over 2,000 times and possibly over 2,600 times. He mentioned Israel. He never said the whole world. The world is my people. Deuteronomy 76 says he chose Israel to be a special people unto himself. When has he chosen any other nation? Even when this is the thing too. Just think about this. Even when we disobeyed the Lord, He never replaced us with another nation to be their God. You know what I mean? You got to think about things like that too. When Christians try to tell you, "Oh, God is forever," even when this like this way, we're gonna play semantics and we're gonna think like it's hard for to think like a Christian now when you know the truth. But I'm just saying, like, let's say we talking to them and we say, "Okay, with your logic, when the children of Israel disobeyed God, ask them who became their replacement, and can they find that in the Bible?" Because you got to make people question what they believe, and they're not used to that. Even the pastor's not used to being questioned. They think you trying to be. You go and stand up in church and ask him a real logical question. He think you trying to cause disruption. You trying to shortchange his money. He going it back. That nigga there. He trying to stop me from getting paid. God only used the other nations to punish us, but He never chose us. He never chose them to be His people. He always chose Israel. Or who got that second Ezra 6:54?
So like you start matched at the slavery right now. I can't read exactly.
Oh, you can't read. Kamar, can you grab that for me?
Con.
Baba Kasha?
I got it, sir.
Go ahead when you got it.
The book of Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
We all come from Adam. We know that. Go ahead.
Con. And the people whom thou hast chosen.
Now there's a separation too. They say, and the people who thou hast chosen. You know what I'm saying? That's when the separation starts. Go ahead.
Con. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Madest the what?
Madest the world for our sakes.
The Lord made the world for us to rule over. He made it for us, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. When the Lord was creating the world, then He chose us. He said, "My people are going to rule the world. If they follow me, if they do what I tell them to do, they'll be rulers on the earth." He made it for our sake. Go ahead.
Con. As for the other people.
As for the other people. Now, this is talking about the people outside of the chosen. This is talking about the other world. This is talking about people, all the other nations. Besides Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, besides the children of Israel, besides the 12 sons of Jacob, besides the 12 tribes. This is talking about everybody outside of that. Go ahead.
Which also come of Adam. Thou hast said that they are nothing.
That what?
That they are nothing.
The whole Salak. The people also that comes from Adam, but not the chosen, that they are what?
They are nothing.
Now, why would the God of everybody call His own people nothing? Go ahead.
It's a lie. He ain't the God of everybody.
Right. But keep reading them.
Con. But be like unto spittle.
God said, not only are they nothing, but they like spit. You know what I'm saying? That's hard. That's like you that got children say, man, you ain't nothing to me. More matter of fact, you less than nothing. You less than spit. How would a person's child feel if they hearing that coming from their father? Would you really believe that you still that's like, you know, that your dad loves you and that your dad like is for you and all this other stuff? I don't think so. I would think that my father hate me if he spoke to me like that. I would start the question like, nigga, is you really my daddy? Like, who speaks to their children like this?
All right.
Keep going.
Con and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
A drop like just not a care in the world. You ain't gonna care about something you don't know about.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in situations like that's with us, like in real time, like in real time, like the things that's going on over there in Iran and all them other places that we didn't know about it, we don't care about that crap. If it's not happening right here in the hood, we don't care. If something happens to somebody else that we don't know, we don't care about it. So when Amos, when the Lord said, out of all the families on the earth, I only know you, why would he care about everybody else? No, go ahead. Matter of fact, go do your thing, sir. So like
What it is, man. If somebody can grab me Ecclesiasticus 17 and 17, spot on for what you're saying. And the thing is that people need to understand it's not as if God did not, create these nations for a reason, for a purpose. He has his own intended purpose. Most people will say, well, why did God create them if he hates them? God, he's the God of everything living. He has the reason for everything that he created. The thing is that they're just not his chosen. How God feels about them does not equate to how God feels about Israel. Whoever got that, go ahead and read.
I got you. You got it? Yeah, go ahead.
That's 17 and 7 or 17 and 17?
17 and 17.
All right, con. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17, verse 17. For in the division of the nations of the world of Salakia, of the whole earth, he set up a ruler over every people.
Right, and the dividing of the nations, right? The Lord created the Egyptians to live in this part of the world and gave them their own government. The Lord created the Greeks to live in this part of the world and gave them their own government. You know what I mean? The Lord created the East Indians to live in this part of the world and gave them their own government. God created every creature on this earth, every human being on this earth, and he gave them a portion of this earth. The thing is, they're not on the same level as Israel. Right? Read on.
Con. But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
Which is what? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right?
That's right.
Right. These are the people that the earth knows little about. That nations are going to war over. They're going to war over the land of Israel right now. This conflict in the Middle East. Because you got one side saying that they don't belong here, and you got another side saying that they have rightful claim to that land. When nobody knows who these people really are. But if you go through the history, go through the Bible, you find out that the children of Israel are so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And this is how God This is how the Most High feels about them. Read on.
Come. But Israel is the Lord's portion.
Is who?
Is the Lord's portion.
The Lord didn't choose the Egyptians. He didn't choose the Greeks. He didn't choose the East Indians. He chose so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We belong to him. You get what I'm saying? Everybody else, they have their government, they have their rulers. But for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, God is our ruler.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He created our government. He tells us what to do, what to eat, how to behave, what to celebrate. Everything on this earth was created for us to rule over. You know what I mean? Because God chose us for that position. Everybody else, they got their own position. You know, the Japanese is good with silk. God created them for that. You know what I'm saying? They good for that. You know what I'm saying? East Indian, they good for I don't know, walking on coal. What they good?
Train
They take care of the elephants.
making curry.
Whenever we low on supply of curry, you know, that's where we can
Right.
get it from. You know what I mean? But other than that, God didn't choose them to rule the earth. You get what I'm saying? They have their own purpose of service on this earth, but it's not to rule. That's why when they get in the position of power, everything comes upside down on this earth. Because that's not their position. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians was made to be in a position of rulership because that's how God made us to be.
Right.
He chose us for that position because we are the Lord's portion. Right? Any more on that?
Slide, that's it for verse 17.
Verse 18, if you could. But I don't be.
No. Go ahead. So do your thing.
Verse 18, Baba Kasha, please.
Come. Verse 18. Whom, being his firstborn.
Being his what?
His firstborn.
Like Chaanak just said. Like we are his children. We're his firstborn. We are his sons and daughters. You will not be like worrying about what the next child is doing in the neighborhood over the priority of your own children.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if your kid's doing something, you're going to chastise your kids before you chastise the neighbor's kid. You get what I'm saying? Because you're trying to make sure that your kid is on the right path, regardless of what everybody else in the neighborhood is doing. It's the same thing with the Most High. Out of all the gods and religions on this earth, God is not occupied with that. He's not concerned with that. He's concerned with what niggas worship. What do niggas eat? You know what I'm saying? What do niggas celebrate? That's what God is concerned about. Let the East Indians have Buddha and Hinduism. Let the Arabs have Islam. Let the Chinese have all the, I don't know, fat man lettuce worshiping that they have. But niggas are supposed to follow God. That's what the only thing he's concerned about, because we are his children. And when we disobey, that's when he punishes us.
Okay.
Like Chaanak said, they're not going through the punishments, right? In Deuteronomy 28, they're not going through that.
Right.
That only fits us. You know why? 'Cause we are his firstborn. Right? Read on.
Come. He nourisheth with discipline.
With what?
With discipline.
Right, man. It took a great amount of building for us to be where we at today. Think about it. When you read from Genesis, starting out with Adam, God chose him out of everybody on this earth. And through Adam lineage, he maintained the law with his seed. Right? That took a lot of maintaining for the Lord to do that. And then he flooded the whole earth and still chose Shem and through his seed to raise up his chosen people. That took a lot, from slavery, from wars, from conflict, from flooding the earth. And then at the end of it all, he destroyed Egypt and established his covenant with Israel. And you think God just forgot all about that history?
Right.
All that building that he had to go through in order to find his chosen people? You know what I'm saying? All of that don't matter to God.
Nah, he just...
Niggas who they had to go through that are chosen, but the ones who had to go through all that, you know, detail of who to be the chosen, they're not the chosen no more. Like, you see how that don't make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it with any logical sense.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, like So like,
go ahead. Keep that.
it's like, for us, we have like certain delights that we like say like old school car building. You got this car from the junkyard. It had rust, and you took your time. You spent years and money and all this and that. You finally got it to where you want it to be. Nice, shiny, rimmed up, jam music and everything like that. Your wife go buy a Kia from a car lot.
You be like, God damn.
She don't want you to drive that. She don't want you to spend. Are you gonna forget all that hard work that you put into this one car just because this car is doing?
Right.
So like
that's the brother. That's a perfect example. Perfect example. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with Israel. He went through all of that, the discipline, making sure that we follow him, destroying nations for him. You know what I mean? Just so that he could establish us as his chosen. And we're still his chosen. Right? Read on.
Con. And giving him the light of his love does not forsake him.
Right. He gave us the light of his love. Right? He didn't forsake us not one bit. He did not forget about us not one bit. God still keeps everything that he did in establishing us as his chosen people till this day. That's why when you read in Amos and in other more passages, often when it talks about the children of Israel being chosen, it always brings up the time of Egypt. Tell me now.
Come on.
The one that brought you out of Egypt. You could read it in Psalms. I brought you out of Egypt. I did that. Because that was the great significance on the earth.
Yeah.
You get
400 years.
400 years. You know what I'm saying? And God he ain't forget about that.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? He destroyed the most powerful country at that time on earth for his chosen people. You know what I mean? And God still feels the same way till this day. It has not changed. You know what I mean? The thing is, we have to understand that Christianity and religion has nothing to do with God. God has his chosen, and his chosen is Israel. That's
yeah, but it's a lot of great more points on this.
Go ahead,
what it was at 18. Verse 19. Read verse 19.
Con. Verse 19. Therefore, all their works are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways.
Keep going.
Con. None of their unrighteous deeds are hid from him, but all their sins are before the Lord.
Verse 21.
But the Lord, being gracious and knowing his workmanship, neither left nor forsook them, but spared them.
You see that? You know what I'm saying? You see that? Even all our sins, every unrighteous thing, every diabolical thing that we did before the Lord, he still spared us. It was a time back in when Moses, when he was about to kill the whole nation and start all over with Moses. You know what I'm saying? So this is telling you still, even through all our bad doings, the Lord still never forsake us. He still like kept his promise to Abraham. He still kept his word. So that also lets you know that it never changed. On a thing like Officer Thausha said, changes is religion and Christianity. Religion and Christianity changed the word of the Lord into a lie. Got you bowing down and praying to a white man that look like the same ICE agents that's like, you know what I'm saying, doing all this helleristic things to our people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look like the same person that tell you, no, we ain't gotta hire you. The same person that shoot you for knocking on their door, through the door. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
That made me think of, like, imagine, like, you know how they teach that as long as somebody say in the last minute, God forgive me.
It's camp council.
Okay.
Yeah, Africa. Yeah, should I keep going? Just one second, y'all. Hey, for the people, hey, Salaki, y'all. We're gonna end the class and we'll resolve it again next Saturday. So y'all stay tuned. How about Shem Shabbat Y'all Shabbat about Shalom. Shalom.
Oh, shalom.
Join the camp council.
Shalom.
Shalom.
I hear you, sir.